Welcome back, everybody, to the Tyler McClosky Show here on 92.5 Fox News. Again, we are streaming on Spotify and Apple Music for everybody that's tuning in. We got our third guest here, Mr. Brad Hannon. How you doing today?
Man, I'm good, man. I'm happy to be here. Thanks for having me on the show.
Absolutely. Brad's been in the health insurance industry for over 5 years now, right?
Yeah, just over 5 years.
Okay, cool. And what's your company that you have?
So I have I'm the president of Hannon Healthcare Solutions. We operate a lot like you. Like what you've been telling the audience is we kind of can shop all plans for all people, and it's a great business to be in.
Okay, very cool. So this is a great week to kind of have you on as well too. Just everything that's going on with the possibility of opening up the Affordable Care Act again, making it kind of like another mini open enrollment per se. So this is a great week to have you on and really educate our consumers and audience that are listening to us today.
Yeah, no kidding. I've already seen it all over the news, all over Facebook. We've seen, people posting about that reopening. And so it's going to be interesting. Like you said in the start of this show, we don't know what's going to happen exactly. Some of it might be good for the people. Some of it might not. But, we're going to still do the best we can for our clients and finding the options that we do have available. So, we'll just hold on tight and see what happens.
Absolutely. So why don't you give just a quick rundown for everybody that's listening to us? Maybe it's the first time they heard you. I know that you've got a pretty big platform yourself, just in the industry with getting into the podcast. Maybe not live radio as much. I don't know if you've done too much of that, but I know I've seen you on YouTube, obviously, on all social media, things like that. So why don't you just give like a quick rundown for our audience that's listening, just a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so I've always been somebody that likes to do things a little different, right? So, whether that be construction or whatever I'm doing, I just like to take a different approach. So in other words, if everyone's going in one direction, I'm probably the guy that's going to go in the opposite direction just to see what the heck happens. And I got in the insurance industry 5+ years ago, loved it. It really, I was just telling somebody the other day, it actually kind of saved my life, right? Not physically, but mentally, because I didn't know that really I had this kind of trajectory in my life, right? So got into insurance and really realized the sky is the limit. Kind of broke through a lot of barriers that way, and ever since then, it's just been a journey. I've recently got into the YouTube stuff. I've started to build a platform, but as you know, my strong point is really networking and connecting with people. I think that's how we got to know each other, and so whatever I can do to shake as many hands and meet as many people as I can, that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, I love that, and kind of talking about my guest last week and before, just how you and I, came to meet. It wasn't that we went to school together or anything like that. We didn't live too far away, both in Florida. But how did tell everybody about that?
Yeah, man. Like I was actually telling my buddy on the way down here. I saw the Family First. I saw the company that you were working with, right? And I saw that. Hey, man, this guy's a younger guy. He's killing it. He's in the same industry. And not only is he in the same industry, because I know a lot of guys in the insurance industry on the life side, on the Medicare side that are killing it. And they've got a good platform, great company, but not so much on the health side. There's only a few companies. They say the riches are the niches. I really believe that. The health insurance industry, especially under 65, I think it demands the most attention from agents, but I think it gets the least attention. So it's just kind of it's a beautiful land of opportunity for us. So I wanted to see how you were doing things. I actually reached out to this guy on Facebook randomly, just said, hey man, would love to connect with you. Want to come down and have lunch. And man, it's just been awesome ever since, right? Some good times in Mexico, some good times here, some good times there. We've played golf together a couple times. So, that's my strong suit, is certainly just kind of getting around people that are like-minded and staying connected.
Yeah, and I think I may be one of the most interesting golf players you ever golfed with, right?
Yeah, if you get the opportunity to play golf with Tyler, bring some extra golf balls for him.
Well, maybe I'll learn a little bit more from you if I get the time to play it. But anyways, with that being said, so let's talk to our audience today just more about what's going on just in, like you said, that we call it the under 65 health insurance market. And the reason why, because health insurance is a product, it's a product that people have to purchase and buy, and it's separated out into two things. You got your over 65 is for people that are 65 years or older on the Medicare programs. And then you got everybody else, when we say under 65, it's under 65 years of age that are purchasing health insurance, right? What are you seeing right now? Just how is your guys' open enrollment with your agents? What are you seeing now after the turn with the elections and everything like that, kind of on that under 65 health insurance market?
We had a great open enrollment. We still did. We had some great numbers. We helped a lot of people, but it's not been the same as it was in years past, where it was really marketed, really pushed, and we know why. But with this secondary enrollment period, I think that we're going to see a lot more traction. I think we're going to see a lot of people, because it's going to be in the media. Let's just be honest. It's going to be out there. It's going to be, the news is going to be talking about it. And anytime someone's talking about health insurance, right, it's going to get a little bit of attention on our industry and allow us some opportunity to, again, help some more people. Because the beautiful thing about what we get to do is, hey, man, whatever's the best fit for your family, for you, if you're an individual, your family, whatever the case is, whatever's the best fit, we don't have to be biased. We can go with any carrier, basically.
Right. Yep. And I think that you just hit the nail on the head there, where it's just the media's attention to it. So right now, when the media's attention is going to be, hey, it's open enrollment possibly, and the ACA, the Affordable Care Act, is back in effect, and everybody go and reach out and try to buy something. Well, I would say, I know in our organization, you might say probably the same for you, or pretty close to it, about 90% of the people that call in thinking they may be getting an ACA plan, we're able to get them on some other different type of health insurance that's better suited for their needs, whether it be a short-term major medical policy, whether it be some sort of fixed indemnity route, whatever that might mean. But once again, it's just the media's attention thinking that you have to buy an Obamacare Affordable Care Act plan, and that's your only option to do so. But we know, working with everybody else, again, that's the majority of our business is in the other direction.
Yeah, they've done a good job of kind of herding people only to the ACA. And hey, there are situations that might be the best option. And hey, we're glad we have that outlet, right? As an agency, as agents, as an industry, just as an American citizen, right? We believe that we should have that outlet. But just because you're, if you're healthy and if you're paying an astronomical rate for your insurance, you're not happy. Like, I don't care who you are. If you're healthy and you're paying a ton of money for coverage that you're not using, you're not happy about it. And so to have some sort of alternative option for those people is going to be so important. And listen, without that, there would be a lot of people going without insurance altogether, right? No one's paying $2,000 a month when they're healthy and whatever else. So it's a good thing we have those outlets, because it allows people that might not ordinarily get insured to be insured.
Yep, absolutely. The next thing with that too, with just, again, the media's attention on this and everything else. Again, the whole premise of the Affordable Care Act was to get to more people insured and people with pre-existing conditions not being turned down. And obviously that's a good thing. It's a good option to have that. But what Brad was just hitting on so much, and I want our audience to understand that too, is the fact that if you don't have pre-existing conditions, if you aren't taking a bunch of medications, if you are a healthy individual, you aren't just pigeonholed into one specific thing. You don't have to sit there and spend, like you said, there's literally examples here, $1,000, $2,000 premiums for individuals or families, just because they think that they have to go to an Obamacare type plan. And they're, believe it or not, as much as our traveling and some of the conferences we've been to and things of that nature, even other agents that are in the insurance industry, but they don't focus on that under 65 health insurance, they might be in Medicare, they might be in life insurance, they might be in auto insurance. Even they think that there's not many options out there, or there's only junk insurance plans besides, what an ACA plan might be, right?
Yeah, 100%. I deal with it all the time, and that's, when you talk about my platform, right? And I'm happy I encouraged you to do the show, by the way, because now you have an awesome platform, and I'm thankful to be on it. But when we talk about that quote unquote platform that I have, that really built that platform amongst Medicare and life insurance agents, trying to do similar, taking a similar approach to what you're trying to do and kind of educate the people, just educating a few different people, right? Actual insurance agents, life insurance or health Medicare agents on, hey, there are other options. They're great for your client. They're great for you. Why aren't you offering? Mm-hmm. Why are you leaving them? Why are you leaving money on the table? Why are you leaving your clients, without those options? So that's, kind of what I've transitioned into is just kind of helping to educate people and kind of fighting the message that we're getting from the other.
So I think that's a perfect transition, just to kind of get more into another reason why you came down today and you're with us and everything. Just a little bit more of the things that you have done to expand, just from selling health insurance, right? So obviously we know you're a health insurance agent, then you created your company, then you hired agents underneath you to help you sell. But in this past, again, I'll let you tell it, in the past year or so, you've been more getting into that coaching platform, reaching out and really educating agents, individuals, the consumers. So how's all that going? What's that looking like for you? What's your progression from here?
Man, it's going well, and for no other reason than I'm just super happy to do it. It's like what I believe that I was gifted to do. I've really kind of developed that primary skill of connecting and networking people, and I've leveraged it in the insurance space. Like my secondary skill would be, selling insurance. So we don't even like to use that word sales so much, right? But selling insurance and helping other agents sell insurance. Of course, that's something that I love to do. But more than anything, I love connecting and networking with people. So I just began connecting, networking with as many people in the industry as I could, just rubbing elbows with as many people, getting to know people like yourself. And so I made that transition from, just kind of starting the agency, growing the agency, to doing more of the, speaking engagements, more content on YouTube, if you will, just more reach, right, for agents. And that's what I've loved to do.
So did this become totally natural for you, or how nervous were you the first time you had to get up and speak?
What's funny is I always tell a story. When I was in like elementary school, I had to do this speech where you talked about something, one of your hobbies or whatever. You had to give a speech on that. So I had like a fishing pole, and I was going to do a little lesson on casting, and so I had this trash can. I got up there with the fishing pole, and I kind of quivered up, turned red, eyes watered. I threw that fishing pole down, and I ran out of the room. Right? It wasn't until I actually pursued ministry for a while. It wasn't until I was speaking on those types of platforms that I felt comfortable, more so because, hey, I'm just going to use my gifts to reach people, and if I don't use them, right, that's on me. Right? I have to use those gifts. So now it's still uncomfortable. I think anybody that does it regularly will tell you it's going to take a lot to get just completely comfortable with it. But I think it's manageable, right? I love getting outside my comfort zone. First time on a radio show, this is cool. I'm always up for new experiences.
And I always talk about the first time I ever had to train agents at 23 years old at a group of 10 people. I got in there at 7 o'clock to open up the office, ran into the bathroom because I was dripping with sweat everywhere that you could possibly imagine. And I think because one of the number one fears of people, humans, is public speaking, right? So it's crazy to say, some things that may just come natural to people, but some of us, like even myself and possibly you or some of the people you've been around, you kind of just push through it and find a way to do it because you may be good at something that you don't even realize you're good at until you do it.
Yeah, amen. And I literally, I was just telling you that, that primary skill thing, and I say it like I've known that forever. Really, for the last 5 years, I've been just heavy in insurance, heavy selling insurance, heavy coaching agents to sell insurance, until probably the last year where I started to just gradually realize, hey, my gift is really connecting, like getting outside of this desk, getting out from behind this desk, going out there, connecting, networking with people. And so that's what I'm kind of pursuing now.
Yep, absolutely. Just to get back to the insurance talk here real quick before we sign off here on our live show, and then getting on over to our podcast version as well. Just giving some of those examples, and I have them pulled up here, of what the price differential is in the state of Florida even. I know we got a wide audience and, many states, but just for people listening to us right now, the difference of what a health insurance plan might be on that ACA marketplace versus a private individual carrier. So again, if you guys are listening to us locally in our area, we do have companies such as United Healthcare, National General, Aetna, Cigna, Pivot, and many more. For a family of 4, we're going to go with 2 40-year-olds and 2 children, both around 10 years old here. And this is actually an example that I had to use a couple weeks ago. If they were looking to get an Affordable Care Act plan, because they thought that that's the only thing that they were able to choose from, and they make decent enough money. They make more money than it would qualify for them for any sort of tax subsidy or any decrease in their premiums. They're looking at over $2,500 a month. $2,500 a month for a plan through the Affordable Care Act. Now, this is a family that's healthy, no medications at the moment, everything's all good. I was discussing with his Brad, again, he does this with all of his agents and clientele and everything else too. A very, very comparable plan to that same thing, that they have to be healthy, they have to go through a health questionnaire to qualify for, which this family in fact does. They are able to get almost that exact same insurance for $550 a month. $550 a month. I mean, I can't even tell you how insane that is to save $2,000 a month on their health insurance premiums. And you think that it's a joke. You think that it's not true. It's not real. But the fact is, those are real life examples of what it is that we do every single day. And I know, Brad, that you and your agents take a lot of pride in that, right? Just being able to make sure that people are helped out when they need to be, and it makes the most sense. So, again, to reach out to us directly, it's tlermcclosky.com. Again, www.tlermcclosky.com, or call us at 239-633-3140. Brad, I know you're up in the Sarasota area. That's where your guys' office is at. So if you want to definitely mention how anybody can get in contact either with you directly or some of your agents if they want to review, if they're in the area. And again, you guys do everything remotely as well, right?
Yeah, anybody can reach out to me directly at, or through my website at bradhannon.com, www.bradhannon.com, or give me a call at 941-822-4688. And if I can't help you, one of my agents certainly can.
Absolutely. So, Brad, I thank you for coming on today on this show. This has been fun and interesting, to say the least.
Yeah, absolutely.
I appreciate you coming down, making the trip down here. We're not too far, right? About an hour or so. But yeah, so everybody that's listening to us, if you want to get over to our podcast version, again, we do a little extended version of this every single week with our guests on the podcast version on Spotify and Apple Music. So please tune into that.